Hi, everyone. Welcome to the virtual week of the Charleston Library Conference. Thank you for joining us for this brief welcome and orientation session. My name is Leah Hines, and I'm the Executive Director of the Charleston Hub. Our theme this year is Let the Good Times Roll. We had a wonderful time in Charleston the week of November 6th through 10th for our in-person conference event. And we're going to let the good times continue to roll throughout the virtual conference week where we gather online. We have over 2,300 attendees this year, and around 20% of those come from outside the United States, from 34 countries. So I'd like to extend a especially warm welcome to all of you who are joining us internationally, as well as an especially warm welcome for any first-time attendees. We have 567 first-time attendees this year at the conference. So thank you very much for joining us. Of vital importance, I'd like to draw your attention to our conference code of conduct. This applies not only for our in-person events, but for virtual events as well. The Charleston Library Conference is an inclusive, professional conference. We respect free speech and invite diverse perspectives and opinions. All participants are expected to treat others with respect and consideration, keeping the conference environment free of discrimination or harassment, maintaining professional and ethical conduct at all times. Please contact me at the email address provided if you have any concerns or feel that this code has been violated. Thank you. I'd also like to draw your attention to the conference notes blog that is written by Don Hawkins. Don has done a wonderful job of writing up sessions and events and happenings from the in-person conference week. He has a lot of great photos that really captures the event very well. You can access that on the link provided or using the QR code. And I'd like to thank Don for his wonderful reporting for the conference. I'd also like to thank our conference directors. We have a large group of people who put in many hours behind the scenes to help make the conference what it is. I realize that that is small font and a lot of text, but I really do want to thank each of these people individually for the many hours they've spent helping to craft the program, to invite keynote speakers, helping with logistics, just all the millions of details that go into creating an event this size. So thank you, thank you, thank you to our conference directors. I'd also like to thank our conference sponsors. The event as we know it could not take place without their generous support. So if you interact with any of their representatives, whether they're virtually or in person, please thank them for their generous support of the library conference. Just a brief history of the conference for those of you who may be first-time attendees or just not familiar with the conference. It was founded by Katina Strauch in 1980. At the time, Katina was a newly hired collection development librarian at the College of Charleston, and she didn't have a travel budget to go to the professional meetings where important conversations were taking place. So she invited a small group of thought leaders to come to Charleston instead. 25 people attended that first meeting that was held at the College of Charleston. That was part of an antiquarian book fair that was hosted by the library. The goal then and now, has continued to the present day, is to provide a platform for collegial discussions of important topics for librarians, publishers, and vendors. We try to be a very informal, non-threatening environment where topics of conversation can take place without it being competitive or an us versus them environment. The conference is now held in 3 venues, in person and online. Other big news, as many of you probably have seen by now, the Charleston Hub, including the Charleston Conference and the Journal Against the Grain, were acquired earlier this year by nonprofit publisher Annual Reviews. We're very happy to be on board with them. This has been a wonderful fit for us. They've been very warm and welcoming just in our first few months being with them. And just to reassure our Charleston loyal community, everything you know about the Charleston Conference will continue under the same leadership, with the same team, just with additional support and resources from Annual Reviews. So we're very grateful to them for that. Session formats. So this is something that we get questions, again, from first-time attendees or people that aren't familiar with the conference about some of the different types of sessions that we have. Plenary sessions or keynotes are just general sessions that are of the most broad interest to the most attendees. These are scheduled so that there's nothing else competing with them on the schedule. It's just a single conference session. Neapolitan sessions are the ones that we probably get the most questions about. These are 3 mini plenary sessions that are run concurrently. So like the classic ice cream flavor, we have 3 flavors of plenary sessions at the same time. So three concurrent sessions that are of general interest to our attendees, but drilling down just a bit more than the very broad overarching keynote sessions. Concurrent sessions are what they sound like. They are the workhorse of the conference world. They're traditional presentations that are 40 minutes long and leaving some time for Q&A at the end. Stopwatch sessions are lightning round presentations. They're 6 minutes each, and they're scheduled with 4 to 5 on a similar topic that will present back to back with Q&A for all of the presenters at the end of the session. Poster sessions, this year we had traditional in-person physical posters as well as virtual conference posters. So on the agenda tab, there's a drop-down menu under the agenda, and you can click posters to view the poster images and watch the videos that accompany those. And finally, innovation sessions are 10-minute lightning round presentations focusing on entrepreneurial or innovative projects or new products that are collaborations between publishers and librarians. Those are 10 minutes back to back with a Q&A at the end for the presenters as well. And now I'm going to share a quick video tutorial from Whova about how to access the platform. Let's see here. I'm going to start at a couple of minutes in because the first 2.5 minutes were all about how to log into the app. And if you are watching this video, you have already logged in and you've already accomplished that. So we're going to start here.
Okay, now that you're in the event itself, what do you do? How do you get into all the different sessions that your event has to offer? Well, go ahead and get settled in because your virtual event is merely a couple of clicks away. You'll want to use your laptop to access sessions, as a bigger screen will probably make your viewing experience more enjoyable, but you can still always access the event on your mobile app. Let's now make sure that you don't miss out on watching and participating in sessions. On the home page, click on the Agenda tab on the left-hand side of the screen. Now see how to browse all the event sessions so that you don't miss out on your big day. On the web portal, scroll through the different sessions that your event organizers have planned for you. If you're really excited about the event, or if you're just really busy, you can always plan out your schedule by scrolling through the different days and building a personal agenda by clicking Add to My Agenda on sessions scheduled for a later time. But for sessions that are happening right now, simply click on them. The content should start playing immediately. Once you're in the session, you'll have the opportunity to engage further with your fellow attendees or with the speakers. Use the chat function to talk to other attendees in the session, or use the Q&A button to ask a question of your own. You can also start by upvoting existing ones. If you're on the go and want a more mobile experience, you can still access all of these features on our mobile app as well. First, click on the Agenda tab. Next, scroll through the sessions and then click on the one that you're interested in joining. You'll then get the chance to further participate in the session, comment on it, and add it to your agenda. In addition, you can go ahead and directly view sessions on the mobile app. Click either the live stream or recorded video in order to access the session content. If your phone screen is too small, you can try out the mobile app on the tablet. Okay, now that you've had your fill of virtual sessions, you should take some time to explore all the other features of your event on Whova. Your experience shouldn't just be about running from session to session and listening to hours upon end of virtual content. Instead, you can also take your time to network and socialize with attendees while also enjoying the event community. Click on the Attendees button on the bottom of your screen. You can scroll through the list of people attending the event or filter by using keywords such as title or company affiliation. You can also check out the Recommended tab for people that you might be interested in further connecting with. If you're not yet the social butterfly that you want to be, thankfully, we make it easy to reach out with just a few clicks. You can either say hi with just a single push of a button, or start a private chat with them. Whova also has spaces for people to convene in a more social manner. On the bottom of your screen, simply click on the Community tab. There you'll find important meeting announcements, virtual meetups, or anything else the community has in mind at that moment. You'll want to make sure that you don't miss out on this lively social feature of Whova. In the community board, select the topic that you're interested in joining. There, you can start chatting with other attendees in the discussion space. You can also make a new one if you want. Simply click Add a Topic or Social Group at the bottom of the page. Finally, in addition to discussions, you can also join or organize meetups and virtual meets. Simply click on the Meetup and Virtual Meets tab on the community board to join virtual lunch breaks, game nights, and more. Find a meetup you're interested in and tap Join or RSVP depending on when the event is happening. If you're feeling particularly social, create your own meetup. Simply click Suggest a Meetup to create your own meetup. If you're glued to your computer and would rather access these features on your laptop, follow these simple instructions. It's not any different from using Whova to network on your phone. On the web portal, click Community on the left-hand side of the screen. Click on the topic you're interested in and join in the discussion. Alternatively, you can also create your own topic by clicking Add a Topic at the top of the page. If you feel like you're missing out, join the meetups happening in your event. Click on the Meetup and Virtual Meets tab in the community board to join a meetup. You can also create a meetup of your own by clicking Suggest a Meetup. We'll now take this time to go over some frequently asked questions. The first one we have is, how do I choose which notifications to receive? Throughout the event, you'll get various event notifications such as community and agenda updates. We'll show you how to update these settings. First, click on your profile on the top left corner of the screen. Then click Settings. After that, you'll find a button labeled Notification Settings. Clicking that will lead you to this page where you'll be able to change your notification settings. Or you can go to the community board and click the 3 dots at the top right-hand corner of the screen. There you'll get the chance to update your notification settings. We recommend keeping the majority of your updates on, but you can always go in and update according to your preferences. Next, we have the question on how to find the event invitation code. If you can't find it in your normal inbox, try checking your spam. And if it's not there, ask your event organizer to resend you the code. Finally, we'll be going over how to reset your password. If you aren't signed into your app, go to the sign-in page and first enter your email. Then click Forgot Password. After that, you'll be prompted to enter a confirmation code from your email. After you put that in, you'll be able to reset your password. Additionally, if you're already logged in, you can click on your profile and then click Settings. At the bottom of your screen, there should be a button labeled Password. Click on that and then update your password. That's it for the FAQs.
So we finished that video tutorial, and that will be available on the agenda. We'll have a link for that so that you can go back and refresh your memory. If you have questions about anything, that'll be available for to rewatch later. The slides from this presentation will also be linked there on the agenda. And as well, after this session concludes from the live premiere, it'll be available to watch on demand for the whole thing. So with that, thank you so much for coming, and we're going to take questions in Zoom. After this video plays, there'll be a link that pops up that says Join Zoom Q&A. So if you have any questions that weren't answered by this tutorial and welcome orientation, I'll be happy to answer them there. Thank you so much, and see you in Zoom.